Fast forward to March, I had my surgery on the 1st of March. So the gallbladder removal surgery is just a day surgery where you go in for 24 hours. So I remember walking in to the hospital, filled in some more paperwork, even though I had already filled in paperwork, and then they had to do a rapid test, make sure I was negative. Once we did that, and once all that paperwork was done, they put me into my room. After that, I remember the theatre nurse and my nurse coming into my room and letting me know that I was ready to go down to theatre. So they I was on the bed, so they pushed me down to theatre, and my two surgeons came and spoke to me about my surgery and what to expect and if I had any questions and all that. And then I got taken to just outside the theatre room, and I met my anesthesiast, who made me feel comfortable, put a cannula in, told me the risks, was pushed into theatre. Nurses helped me get onto a very uncomfortable theatre bed. I remember the surgeons around me talking to me, calling my name, which was good because they knew my name. And then I remember the nurse telling me that he was going to put the oxygen mask on me. Once that oxygen mask was on my face, in a second I blacked out. And then next part that I remember was waking up all drowsy, slowly waking up in my hospital room at Frankston Private with the oxygen nasal prongs, I think they're called, in my nose, the cannulas in my arm, in my wrist and my arm. I remember feeling a little stiff, and I remember feeling pain in my abdominal area. So I did write down everything that I felt at that time, which I will read out, which is such a good idea because I was not in the right mind. So writing things down at that time and how I felt will just make me remember what had happened. So this is what I wrote. Straight after waking up, I felt drowsy and 7 out of 10 pain. I was given endone and I was still in pain, so given more endone. I was given oxygen to help with the drowsiness. When I was in my room, I rested, was given my light, snacks and drink. Later on, I needed to pee, so I got up. I was very sore in my tummy area when getting up and when peeing. So I remember how difficult it was for me to even just get out of bed. I got a little dizzy, so I lay back down. I also got to order my dinner and breakfast for the next day. So this is still that same day, still very sore even though I'm just laying down straight and I'm very tired. But my room is so peaceful, nice, and my bed is very warm. I have pain every time I inhale and exhale. It's a 6 out of 10 pain. Trying to deal with the pain but getting worse, so I asked for pain relief. At 8 p.m, pain in gallbladder site, 11:30 p.m. So I got up to go to the toilet, laid back down and had 10 out of 10 pain. Excruciating shoulder pain and right side abdominal pain like someone stepping on my insides. Every time I breathed, it was worse. I cried. Nurses gave me endone 10 milligrams and a heat pack. Slept well after that. So I remember nurses telling me that this was to do with gas pain. So when you get abdominal surgery, they put gas in your stomach to pump up your stomach so that the surgeons can see inside and have room to move in there. After a few hours, that gas will move around your body and towards your shoulders. That's what the nurses told me. So that pain in my shoulders was that. I remember that shoulder pain. It was like someone was breaking my bones. And then not only that, I was also getting pain in where my gallbladder used to be. So I remember like every time, even if I didn't move, there was pain. But then it was so painful that I had to move. So whatever I did, it was just so painful. Every time I breathed, it was a lot of pain. I remember crying, and I remember pressing the call button so many times, trying to get my nurses to hurry up, even though they were already on their way. I've never ever experienced that kind of pain before. And that shoulder pain and that pain around my gallbladder, I remember getting that pain for the next few days after my surgery. So this was the next day. I woke up with little pain. I was given Panadol. I can feel the endone slowly wearing off, and every time I move I feel little pain. So that's how I felt while I was in the hospital. I remember the nurses saying that to get rid of that gas pain or that shoulder pain that was caused by the gas, I had to be moving around. So I did get up and walk around, even though it was so painful. So what I was told is to have some strong painkillers before getting up, so then you are able to get up and move around. So yes, and then the next day I got to go home. I pretty much just rested in bed for the next few days. I would get up every now and then just to go to the toilet or to eat. So I am now at home. Made it home safely. My shoulders are in a lot of pain, so I've got a heat pack on it. I've taken my paracetamol, which I have to take every 4 to 6 hours. And then I've also got my endone for when I'm in a lot of pain. I only take that when I really need to. The pain in my tummy area is about a 3, so not too bad. Yes, that's the update for today. Now, things that have changed since getting my gallbladder removed. Now, apparently everyone gets something different, whether you get constipation or diarrhea. I have been experiencing diarrhea every time I eat any fatty foods. That's just my body. So here is the progress of my abdominal area during the first week of post-surgery. Stomach still feels very bloated and swollen. Day 2, you can see some bruising, still very sore and swollen. This is day 5 post-surgery. You can see my bruising showing up even more. It's been very sore, especially when I get up. The only time it's not sore is when I'm lying down. Day 6 post-op, and this is what my sides look like. You can see the bruising a lot more, and it is sore when I touch or even when I stand and walk, except for when I'm lying down. It's not sore. So especially that part is very sore. Oh. So I took my bandages off yesterday, and these are my scars. So I got one there, one there, and one there. And then the bruising around my belly is still there, and that's still a bit tender. So things I have learnt after my gallbladder removal surgery. I have learnt to not eat too much fatty foods, because it does give me diarrhea. The first time that I did go out after my surgery, I had breakfast. I think I had my coffee and a croissant, and I went out shopping with Aiden, and I remember being at the shops and feeling all those symptoms of diarrhea. The sweating, the pains in my stomach, and needing to go to the toilet ASAP. So I remember rushing out of the shops and getting back in the car, rushing to a nearby McDonald's to go to the toilet. And when you have diarrhea, it's not just the wet stool, it's the abdominal pain as well. So that was an experience. I have learned how to avoid situations like that. And so yes, I think it was the first 2 weeks post-surgery I was having a lot of diarrhea. So even whatever I ate, it was diarrhea. I was going to the toilet 3-4 times, sometimes 5 times a day, with pain and wet stools. It was just bad. Other people may not have those symptoms. They may get something else. Let me know if you've had the surgery and what you've experienced. And if you've got any questions about my surgery, or if you are about to have your surgery and you've got any questions, DM me, leave a comment. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. And so yes, so that is my story of my gallbladder removal. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Bye for now.